chums, I'm here today at Universal Orlando. This is my first time back since last week, which was opening week for Universal. So as far as anything that's changed, I haven't been here long enough to really see a lot yet. I did see over in the parking lot that they are now doing that you have a different line to go through when you're a pass holder. They have prime parking available, and then as soon as you pull into the parking garage and you go ahead and you park, when you go to do your temperature check, as soon as you get through and you get to the area to check your bag, they have over there another separate line for pass holders, which is pretty nice. And when you come in to show your ticket, there's another little line for the pass holders. So that's new since the last time I was here. So I'm here today. My big thing that I want to find out is if I can go and get a preview of the Bourne Stuntacular. I don't believe that it's officially open yet, but I believe that they are doing previews. And if you could see, I have a Hello Kitty shirt on today. So I thought this was interesting. Recently, the founder of Hello Kitty stepped down. He was 92 years old, and it looks like his 31-year-old grandson is going to be taking over. I love Hello Kitty, especially the character My Melody. So if you're new to our channel, we do it's usually two of us, but Adam is working today. We do anything related to theme parks and things to do. That's our whole channel. And go ahead and give us a like if you enjoy this video today, and go ahead and subscribe because it definitely helps our channel to grow. So I'm gonna head over to the Bourne Stuntacular and I'm gonna find out if I can go ahead and get a preview. Okay, so I found out that what's going on with the Bourne Stuntacular is that it's not officially opened yet. What they're doing is they're doing what would be like a technical preview. They're allowing people to come in, and of course they're socially distancing you. They're skipping a row between where you can sit, and they're skipping seats between parties. So anyways, what the soft preview means is that it's not officially open yet, but you can go in if you catch it during one of the times, because there's no regular times that it's going to be playing. So you have to catch it at the right time. You get to go in there, and from what I understand, you're gonna see the show, but some of the stuff may not be working. Like, it's supposed to be some sort of a stunt show. I'll find out exactly what it is after I go and I see it. It's supposed to be some sort of a stunt show. There should be different elements and different special effects. So some of the special effects may not be working. If I do get to see it, obviously I'm not gonna know which ones were not working. If it has to stop because things are not working, you can't get mad because it's not officially open. They're just doing a soft preview. So I'm gonna find out more about that and getting in there. All right, guys, I was able, oh, this mask is falling down on me. I was able to get in and get the preview of the Bourne Spectacular, and it was pretty awesome. So at first I was a little bit sad when I had found out that they got rid of Terminator. So if you didn't know that, Terminator's gone. That's what this attraction replaced. It's in the same building as where the Terminator was. And what they're doing is, I'm going to show you a preview of the queue. They told me I could film the queue, but I couldn't film the actual attraction because it's not open yet. So no cameras, no recording, none of that stuff. So I just went and I filmed the queue to show it. But as far as what this show is, it's a special effects, like a live action stunt show. And I thought that it was pretty cool. There are screens in it in the background. When you get to see it, you'll see what I'm talking about. The screens help it to look like it's changing locations on the stage. But then there's live action actors and all that other good stuff. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I used to love the Terminator, so I was a little bit sad when I found out they got rid of it. But it was a pretty old ride, so I definitely understand why it was time to upgrade. But the effects on this I thought were pretty amazing. I really liked it, and it didn't seem like they had any troubles. I didn't see anything stop while we were watching it, so I think everything went off pretty well. But I won't know till I get to go back and it is officially open. Then I'll be able to do a comparison and see if there were things that weren't working when I went. But I definitely recommend checking it out. Like I said, right now, if you go to Universal Studios, it's not officially open, but you can get in for a soft preview if you catch it at the right time. Definitely worth checking out. So this is the new gift shop for where the Bourne Stuntacular is. Let's take a look at some of the apparel. It looks like this one is black light reactive. That's pretty cool. This cool little set over here with night mission goggles. Hoodie. And we have a tank top over here and some hats. Some mugs. And then it looks like everything else right now is just regular Universal merchandise. There'll probably be more stuff when this show officially opens up. Oh, what do we have over here? No, nothing new. This is the same stuff that's in the back. One thing I want to show you, if you didn't know, but most people who have been to Universal fairly recently do know, there is an actual Hello Kitty store here if you love Hello Kitty as much as I do. They don't have the new Hello Kitty masks in there, but I think they have them in other places, but they do have a lot of cool other stuff in here. Like this is where I got my Hello Kitty shirts and my Hello Kitty and Jaws backpack. So it's definitely another quiet day here at Universal. I see over here that the crowds are still very small, but right now it's about 1 o'clock and I managed to somehow score a virtual queue pass for Hagrid's. So I am going to leave Universal and head over to Islands of Adventure, but I just want to show that the park is pretty slow. I'm really surprised in the summertime that the crowds are so low, but I guess a lot of people are still not comfortable coming back yet. And it does seem that most people are doing pretty good with the social distancing and wearing their masks at this park. You do see some people here and there that aren't, but for the most part, people are doing a pretty good job. Oh, it looks like you can get a pretty good view of part of the coaster for the Jurassic Park area. So this over here is one of the U-Rest areas, meaning it's a designated area where people can take off their face mask if they're not eating or drinking or doing something that would require taking it down. This is actually a very nice view. We could see part of the Dr. Seuss area. Yeah, this is nice over here. I've never walked over to this area before. There's the Hulk, Popeyes, but here we have a very, very good view, a very clear view of some of the progress being made on the Jurassic Park roller coaster. So I found out that most of the restaurants are open again in City Walk, I think except for Cowfish, that's what I heard. Right now, I think I'm gonna go and get some food over here at the Green Eggs and Ham area because I heard that the tater tots here are gluten-free, and I have not had a chance to eat here yet, so I'm curious. I ended up ordering number 2, which was the tots with the green eggs and ham, except I asked them to leave the ham off. So there's green eggs, and there's some sort of a white cheese sauce on this. Let's go ahead and give this a try. I wonder how they make these eggs green. Actually, I like it. It's pretty good. So Islands doesn't look super busy today either. I haven't been to the Harry Potter area yet. That's usually where you see most of the congestion. I don't have to be there for about another hour to use my pass. There goes Dr. Doom. It's a fun ride. So I'm online right now to ride SpiderMan. The line is out the door, but it is pretty deceiving. It's only a 10-minute wait. It's only because of the markers on the ground and the social distancing that it seems like it's a much longer line than it really is. Last time that we were here, we were having a lot of trouble with the app. The app was very glitchy, and it was definitely very challenging to book Hagrid's. Anytime that we went on there, it would tell us that there was an error, probably because it filled up right away. And we'll go ahead and we'll put a link in the description below to that visit so that you can see what our day was like then. But today seems a little bit easier. Most of the stuff is not even on the virtual queue. It seems like you can just go ahead and get on the line and wait. I definitely feel safer here than I did a few days ago when I went to Busch Gardens. At Busch Gardens, there was no enforcement of the face coverings, and you just saw a lot of people constantly touching their face. Over here, there's not a lot of people here today. This is definitely a very small crowd the past few times that I've gone to Universal. But for the most part, people are doing what they're supposed to do as far as keeping their mask on and as far as the social distancing. There are some times where you run into people are just not paying attention. They tend to start walking and they're walking right next to you, or in the virtual queue where there's clear markers on the ground, they still are not paying attention. So you just have to kind of be mindful. Oh, and here's the construction wall. Another view of the Jurassic Park coaster that the coaster that they're building over here for Jurassic Park. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna come here, you have to kind of look out for yourself. You definitely have to pay attention to where you're walking and what's going on, as far as making sure that you're staying 6 feet apart from other people, because they may not always be paying attention. And the other thing too is that it seems like a lot of people with small children, they're not necessarily paying attention to what their kids doing. I see a lot of kids pulling the mask down and they're sticking their fingers in their mouth, which is probably not the best of ideas. So if you're gonna come here and you have small children, just keep in mind that you have to kind of keep an eye on them, that they are not running up and standing with strangers, and they're not pulling their mask down and touching their face or touching their mouth, especially after touching the railings and other public areas. We're now entering into Hogsmeade. Let's see how the crowd looks in here. It does kind of look like it's going to rain soon, so I may take off after I ride Hagrid. We'll see how things look. So of course, once you get in here, you see that this is a much more crowded area of the park. People tend to gravitate toward hanging out in the 2 Harry Potter areas. Yeah, definitely a lot more people over here than there were in the other areas of the park. And I don't really see a lot of social distancing going on over here. People don't seem to be doing too bad with the masks, but it doesn't look to me like people are really paying attention to where they're walking as far as crowds. And this over here, we are heading over to where the virtual queue starts for Hagrid. I have about 10 minutes until my pass becomes active, so I may as well go ahead and get on the line now. And it looks like we're going to be starting over here, or maybe not. Maybe back here. I have to find out what's going on, if all these people are trying to line up for Hagrid or they're just walking in.
Because there's a lot of people.
Well, chums, that's gonna wrap up my day here at Universal Studios. I am so excited that I got to go and do the preview for the Bourne Stuntacular. I thought that it was a really well done show. I think that people are really going to enjoy it. Like I said, I'm sad to see that we don't have the Terminator anymore, but I guess you have to change things up to keep it interesting for people. And in my opinion, it definitely did not disappoint. I thought that it was I just thought it was a really great show. I had a really nice time watching it, and it didn't seem like they had any problems while I got to see it. So that was pretty awesome. So that's gonna wrap up my day here again. If you're new to our channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, and we'll see you at the parks.